We come up with some upcharge opportunities we'd like to see come to Universal Orlando on episode 338 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 338. I'm your host on this one, Darren, and joining me we have Tracy.
Hello everyone.
And Lee.
Hello Ron.
And Chris.
Yellow.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Good. Yeah, pretty good.
Fantastic.
All right, so I don't know if you guys have heard, but Universal's getting ready to build another theme park. And at this... adding this new park, they are kind of really trying to aggressively take on Disney. And we've seen that from internal documents and things like that,
yes.
You know. So one thing that Disney does a lot of that Universal doesn't is upcharge events. Mm-hmm. That's, you know, things that cost extra that might be something after the park closes typically. Or maybe like a tour or something like that, or a dessert party or those kind of things. So
just anything like that. Like we've done the Wishes dessert party at Disney before. Yeah. Universal, other than the Marvel dining thing inside the parks, scare actor dining at Halloween Horror Nights. That's about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like an upcharge at Horror Nights, we saw the. Oh gosh, I'm
virtual reality
the name
thing.
Of it. Yes,
the repository.
The repository. Yes.
And I just want to say too that we call this upcharge events. Other might call it nickel and diming you. So
yeah, that's true.
Your prerogative.
But it is. But people want a way of making their day at the parks a little bit more special, without it being ridiculously expensive. That was to say, that's why we did the Wishes dessert party. It wasn't massively expensive, but you think it's just something to look forward to at the end of the day that makes it different from everybody else's day in the park.
Yeah, for sure. So what we did is we came up with 3 upcharge events that we feel Universal could implement in the parks now, like feasibly. And then 1 dream event, and we'll see how feasible our ideas are as we go.
I think all of mine are.
Yeah, definitely. So, just to show us how this goes here, Lee, you want to go ahead and start us off with your number 1?
You'll find a bit of a trend in mind that they're all. It's funny when I actually put this out to the guys. And it wasn't as easy as I thought it was. And then you automatically go down the food route, and you'll find that that's kind of where I went with a lot of ours. I want something in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, because at the moment there isn't really anything. So I decided I want not really a character breakfast, just a breakfast, but I want it in Diagon Alley and specifically in Carket Market that they could do before park opens. Because that's one of the biggest things if you look at what people like to do in the Magic Kingdom is book Cinderella's Royal Table, because you can get in before the Magic Kingdom opens. Mm-hmm. You can imagine being like sort of walking up the park with no one in it and then getting into Diagon Alley with nobody in it. Carket Market's covered, so it means they could do it even when the weather's not particularly great. Basically just this is the one I've probably put the most amount of effort in, because there's 2 exits out of Diagon Alley, one on the entrance side and then one that comes out of Carket Market. So you'd cordon Carket Market off at the top, just put a load of tables out in front of the stage. I want Celestina Warbeck to come out and do at least 1 performance during the breakfast. Okay. And then use your Carket Market exit as your entrance to and from. Do it before park opens, which they could do between, I know it's going to be early for people, but 6:30 to 8 o'clock, I think, on early park entry days. And then 6:30 till 9 o'clock on non-early entry days. And I think you could charge, how much would you pay to have breakfast in Carket Market with no one there and get a private Celestina? 30, 40, 50. I think people would pay $50 for that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 50s probably.
Chris, how much was the Marvel character dinner?
That one was 50.
Yeah, so I think you
49.
could quite easily charge the same for that in Carket Market. Because being able to get into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter when there's not a lot going on is a benefit into itself. Not necessarily to go and ride anything, but just to hear that. Tracy, we've commented on it before. The ambient noise that goes on in the Wizarding World that you don't get to hear on a daily basis because the amount of hubbub of guests, it's an entirely different experience when there's hardly anybody in there. And that's worth the upcharge itself.
Yeah. You could also have like one of the like shows that they do as well, like the Three Brothers show.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, it's almost like a breakfast meet and greet.
Or you could
Well, have Celestina go up, and then the Three Brothers show, and then have like walk the puppets around.
That would be cool.
Have them do it.
Yes.
Have them bow on the tables, that kind of thing, and
get your pictures taken with them. Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, since we don't have a lot of actual characters to use there.
Yeah, no, that would be really good actually.
Yeah,
I'd pay for that. If I would pay for that.
Yeah,
I think a lot.
You and all the other Potter fans, right? I mean,
well, that's the thing. This is why not doing things like this in the Wizarding World is crazy, because people will pay money hand over fist. Look how many people are shelling out $30-$40 for a plastic stick.
Yep.
True.
And $8 for cream soda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is a really good idea. I like that one. All right. Chris, you want to go?
Tracy's face there.
Sure. All right. So this is in no particular order, so I'll just pick one. So I wanted to see if they would put in like a Mardi Gras VIP kind of experience. So at the end of the day, you have the concert that goes on, and depending on the artist, it'll be packed or not, too packed. But the
Tupac's dead, isn't he?
Well, not according to the latest information.
I don't have the drum and snare right now. I'm sorry. So yeah, I was thinking having like a little setup on the second floor where like the NBC building is. I've seen people up there before.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. Maybe that's the VIP experience that they do anyways for any other days. But I've seen people up there on multiple things even during Christmas time, during Mardi Gras. So have that set up there as a private viewing area for the concert. Have your light snacks, drinks, whatever the case may be up there, and have obviously also have like a little VIP area during the Mardi Gras parade too. You can include that together, but the main event is, not having a bunch of people around you, having seats if you want, and just being able to relax while watching the show. And I'm sure like on nights where people really like some of the artists, they may do that just to have a better experience.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good one.
Maybe it could be a tiered thing where you could pay more to actually go backstage afterwards
And meet the band. That's where I was going to go, yeah.
Or even just to get an autograph that you don't get it, don't get it yourself. It's just there on your table. Autographed stuff. They could tier it 2 or 3 tiers.
Like backstage passes.
You could throw in getting to go on one of the floats as well if you wanted to add something extra into it and be a bead thrower.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, make it like part of it. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I think that, and people would pay $100. I reckon.
Probably,
if you throw in getting on a parade float, snacks, and getting to see the concert up there, and then meet the band afterwards, I think people would pay $100 plus for that easily.
Mm-hmm. Easy.
Or
See, that was one of the things.
if
When I
it
was
eating the band on top of that, then you can add an extra $400 on that.
Yeah, that's why I said tier it, so it's not out of everybody's reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I was thinking about this one, it was weird to me that Universal doesn't do a charge to get on the floats. It's just kind of a perk of being in the park that
Chris,
day.
shh.
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah.
After February
Leave it out.
next year.
We want them to give up charge events, but we don't want them to start charging for stuff that they're currently doing for free.
Listen, I'm with you. I love it free. We got to be king and queen one year. So that was one of the coolest experiences ever. And it was free.
Wait, get this. Okay, so how about these elevated VIP areas are actually 2 of the floats from the parade. They break off from the parade at that point.
Yeah.
They go into the concert area and they become your elevated VIP area where you enjoy the concert.
That would be cool.
And you get to block off all the peasants watching the show.
Exactly. Increases the theming for the area as well
Yeah.
at the same time. It's really nice. That's actually awesome.
That is a really
Yeah.
good idea. Especially when you consider that Mardi Gras is included in your park admission, so they're not making any money really off Mardi Gras, other than people potentially buying tickets to come and see a specific band, but on the food. But for the most part, it's not like Halloween Horror Nights where they're making money off people buying tickets to get in. You know, a lot of people who'll be there will already be there because of their annual passes and stuff anyway.
And again, we are advocating for them to charge more money. Perfect.
But really, it's a no-brainer. And there's so many of those concerts that I would like to have gone and seen, but I did not. I don't want to sit there for hours ahead of time to either get a good spot or stand so far in the back that you like have to watch it on a screen on the side. So there have been some shows where I would have paid. Yeah, definitely, I would have paid a little extra to had a private viewing area or something at least. And like you said, tiering that off and putting the backstage experience or something like that on a separate tier than just having like the private area to view it, to make it feasible for everybody. That makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah. Because then you're making it more accessible. So it's not just a case of the full thing for say $200 and people go, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
You're filling out lots of spots because you're giving people different options, kind of like Halloween Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. $100 then, and you get the private viewing area or the sectioned off viewing area and a t-shirt from the band or something like that. There's a lot of a ton of options you could do.
There's a lot. Stuff. Yeah, there is. There really is.
So very good idea. I like that a lot. So Tracy.
Yes.
Your turn.
Pass.
No, not pass.
Mine are in no particular order because they're all as crap as each other.
Well, mine weren't in any order, so.
I've really struggled with this because, as a rule, I'm quite happy with what I get, And, we've mentioned it before, like character breakfasts. They're really missing some tricks there because we've had really good character breakfasts. And some really bad character breakfasts.
They do one.
Yeah, they do one. And they'll swap that for a different one rather than having multiple ones and, different characters in various locations. So going off the character breakfasts, I'm looking at character dining, but after dark.
Okay.
So, but it's more aimed at the adults than the kids. So you get your old school characters coming out. Yeah. And it's just
like
Lucille Ball and Marilyn Monroe, classic monsters, the ones that all those old farts remember.
Yeah,
and it's
the characters that the kids don't know,
because,
but the adults will.
Character breakfast.
Yeah,
yes.
But at night, so character supper.
Yes,
okay.
That would actually work really well.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, character supper. It's always character breakfast,
again,
isn't it?
Again, once the park's closed.
Where would you have it?
All rules are off.
Well, I don't know. They could mix and match locations. To be honest, in my head, where I'm seeing it is actually in Hollywood, like literally down the middle of the road. Outside, dining outside.
Oh my God. Yeah, I would pay a fortune for that.
So it's lit like Halloween Horror Nights. But say it was in the studios, which is where I'm kind of
No, it would be in Hollywood. It's the perfect place for it.
But when you finish dining, you actually get to walk a circular route anti-clockwise back out, so you get to see the park quiet, and at night so you can take photos. That is actually really good. For all you going, I've got crap ideas. That is actually a really good idea. Well, I've done fleshing that out because I had 4 words: character dining after dark. That's all I've had.
Oh yeah, Billa does like the ultimate date night experience because after dinner you have your stroll through the empty park.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
But what a great way to pop the question.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, and you could have. I mean, I know there's no characters that do, but you could have characters with. Would you like to buy a rose for the lady or for the gentleman? We don't discriminate here. You could have Evan
Costello doing it.
Yeah. This is it.
You basically all your film characters come out, can't they? Because it fits in Hollywood.
Yeah. Minion free, so certain people be happy.
Yeah, can you imagine just being rows of tables down Hollywood Boulevard would be fantastic.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so cool.
There's you going, no, I'm just going to throw this one out because it's crap as ever. And it's like, no, that's actually, I think a lot of adults would pay a lot of money for that. Because like you say, the character stuff, the meals for the most part are aimed at kids.
Well, the characters are aimed at the kids really
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And Universal was used to sell itself on being more for the upper ages.
Well, I think about scare actor dining. That's what that is. It's a more adult dining experience with characters.
Obviously, they'd have to have an area where if it was bad weather, you could go inside.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh yeah.
How big's the atrium in
La Bamba, there's your backup if
True.
you need it.
yeah,
you could even split
Got
it
a
between
couple.
there and the entrance lobby for the horror makeup show.
There you go.
I'm all in
So-
for that. I'd pay
Yeah.
$50 a person for that.
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
You probably on that. Very cool.
Oh, well, glad that one went down all right then.
No, I think that's really good.
Yeah. I like that.
Well, don't get excited for the others.
You said that for the last one.
Well, my first one was actually a tour inspired by the Unmasking the Horror tours at Horror Nights.
Okay.
And that's an Ideas to Innovation tour. And I think that you could do this for every ride in the park, actually. You could just highlight each one and, do different tours for each one. But basically, what it would be was like going into like the concept room, like where they go around and throw around ideas, see where like the ideas for these rides are born. I know a lot of them aren't actually at Universal, but they can set something up like that.
Yeah.
And just to show the whole process of how a ride is done from beginning to end, from concept to the actual creation, and then using that ride to focus on that as like a behind the scenes tour for that ride as well, like they do with the Mummy, kind of in a limited capacity, but in a much more advanced capacity. There, sign some releases so you can get into some more hairy areas there, where you might some more dangerous areas that wouldn't just allow the general public to go to.
Yeah, because there's got to be areas like that in every attraction that you can get in, because maintenance have got to get in. So something like Forbidden Journey would be awesome to actually take you down and show you that ride sort of going from an underneath perspective to show you how the carousels work and all that, because I still can't get my head around that.
Mm-hmm. And seeing beforehand, like showing like the layout of the ride, seeing all the blueprints, maybe having like one of the ride designers doing this tour and showing you that.
That would be cool.
Would be really cool as well.
Yeah.
Or at least somebody that works in that, like they do for the horror makeup tour. They don't have to actually have worked on that ride.
Yeah.
But just to be able to walk you through it would be really neat.
I would definitely pay for that. I mean, on the Mummy alone, they'll do like the what is it? I forgot the name of the tour.
The production tour.
Yeah, the production tour, right? And that's just done with a guy that works on the ride, obviously trained a little bit more than some of the others. But we did that, and it was such a cool experience. It was very short, but I mean, it's something they don't have to do. They took you background a little bit, but I'd be willing to pay some money to see a lot more detailed information.
Yeah,
nerds like us would like to see that.
Like Twister, when they used to take it up into the booth tour, surely there's got to be areas like that for all the attractions where there's like a central hub for the operation of, like, for the Mummy, for example, just to be able to go and spend 5 minutes up there and watch them operate the ride from the actual control booth would be worth money. People would pay it.
Yeah, definitely. I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I'm on board with that one.
Yeah, and you've got your kids that are interested in becoming theme park creators in the future, and you got us, armchair theme park creators like us that are totally into things like that. So if you're into that, how a show comes together, so they could do one for, well, maybe not shows at Universal, but but if you're interested in something like Men in Black, or you're interested in the screen rides, something like Transformers, and how they put that together, do something specifically for that.
I would love to be able to see how that elevator works in the middle of it, like from an off-ride perspective.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd be well up for that. I think you could quite easily, if you did like you said, Darren, like an Unmasking the Horror thing, you could do like a 1, 2, or 3 ride package.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably charge a pretty penny for it, and people would pay it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then set up one of those hard hat areas, have a hard hat lunch.
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Dark lunch under the mummy.
Let's be honest, it's not going to cost them a fortune.
No, and they could basically just use their materials that they already have, their training materials, basically.
Yeah, I'm in for that. I think a lot of people, I think they would make a lot of money out of that.
Yep, and I think it kind of harkens back to the showing the movie magic, of the original Universal, and as close as you can get now.
It's like behind the rides rather than behind the scenes of the film.
Yeah.
I'd be up for that. I mean, what we like to do on this show is getting behind that and talking to the people that have created these rides and attractions and theme parks and stuff. So yeah, I think it'd be right up our alley.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Good deal. All right. Well, let's go on to round 2 here, and we are going to start this time with Chris.
Well, what you just had mentioned is kind of what I had on this other one, so I'm gonna go with something else. But one of the things I had here listed was basically like walking through rides. You obviously took it to a different level where you get to like see the whole creation of the ride. I have this like weird interest when I'm on rides to like see how the ride would be if you just walk through it. That just could be some weird, odd thing that I like, but like, seeing everything around. So that was kind of where I was going with that one. So I'll skip that because you kind of covered it already. And I'll just go with since not really thrilling or anything like that, but an after hours, right? I think we've talked about this before, having an after hours on not just the, the Universal concert that just passed or is passing.
Rock the Universe.
Right? But just a general late night. Yeah, just a general after hours. So.
Yeah.
Kind of crappy just because I don't have the other one I wanted to say, but go ahead.
No, actually, I like that you said, Chris, about the option, like something like Men in Black, to be able to get down without the ride vehicles going, but just walk through that attraction and sort of get up close and personal to all those animatronics would be awesome, actually.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you kind of do that already in when you do it for Men in Black in the room in the center.
The immigration room.
Yeah.
Immigration room. That's just super cool to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so imagine being able to walk through like where you shoot everything, just getting up close to things that you normally see from a certain distance every single time.
Yeah, I still remember going down in that immigration room for the first time. I made Darren and Tracy like wandering around going, oh my God, this is so cool.
Filling in our applications for
just like
intergalactic visas and stuff like that.
I don't feel like we should be down here, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. We hadn't snuck down there. We had permission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was before everyone knew you could get down there.
Yeah, there are plenty of rides at Universal I would definitely want to do that for.
I'm trying to think now.
But the one ride actually I would do that most is at Disney, at Haunted Mansion.
Oh, yes, please. Yes. Please.
Pirates would be quite cool as well.
That would.
Oh, God, yeah, I would pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, E.T.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I will acknowledge that would be cool.
The section where they're flying over the city, you just like do your best Godzilla impression over the top of it.
Well, I was thinking last week when we said it was down, but not for regular maintenance. I was thinking that's probably like when Steven Spielberg brings his family in and they just like camp out there.
Yeah.
It
would
actually be a really good one to go through, something like E.T.
Yeah, so the physical rides and attractions I think are really the highlights. Like I said, Men in Black, E.T., those kind of things would be really, really cool. And Forbidden Journey, the high-tech rides as well, Transformers, just to see how those things work. When I did the VIP tour at Universal, we got to go to the like maintenance bay for Spider-Man.
Cool.
And they had like a demo vehicle there to show us like how it worked on all the axes and everything. And it's crazy how much movement that thing has.
Yes.
You have no real sense of it when you're on the vehicle, but when you're off and looking at it on the side, it's really cool. So yeah, definitely more things like that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And like you said too, and that going back to the actual thing that you put in the after hours event, just like a general upcharge event, and, just to have stuff going on at night would be pretty cool.
In fairness, they do it from time to time for annual pass holders and charge you nothing to get in. So I don't understand why they won't do it for normal people and charge them to get in.
Yeah, on those off nights where they haven't rented the whole park out. You know, every once in a while you make some money.
Even if you just rented like a specific area out.
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily a whole park, but just like, let's just say we'll give you Diagon Alley, World Expo, and Springfield, and charge you $99.99 and give you 3 hours access. I think people would pay that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
I think so. Very cool.
Apparently, I'll chuck money at anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Not me.
All right. Tracy, you're next.
Yeah. This is kind of going off what you two had been taught about, like backstage stuff. So, like at Kennedy, you can do lunch with an astronaut.
Oh, my God.
Lunch with creative.
That would be amazing.
And you get to see in the creative offices and, see probably not what they're working on because, you'd have to sign NDAs and stuff like that. But you could do that. Right. Maybe they could have a project you could join in on and...
Have everyone going, I want Michael, I want Michael, I want Michael.
Yeah, right.
No, I think that would be great.
I think they'd get a kick out of it. No, being able to talk to
awesome.
real fanboys and
because then you could theme it. When it gets round to that time of year, you have the guys, the Halloween Horror Nights guys, or you have the guys that work on Grinchmas and Macy's and stuff like that. This year, people like Blake doing Mardi Gras. You could theme it year round as well, so it's a different experience right the way throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could charge a fortune and people would pay.
Yeah.
Would even be like, please take all my money now.
I would love to do that. Just to pick the brains of the people that have created the world that I love.
Yep. I think that's awesome.
So,
imagine getting to sit down with, I know they're not the creatives of it, but have lunch with Robin and Summer and talk about like how performing the horror makeup show all the time, even perform, to be honest, not even necessarily creative. The people who, I know there's not as many of them in the park now, but being able to sit down with like performers from the horror makeup or the people that do like Celestina Warbeck and the performers from the
you have different
Wizarding
packages.
Art thing or the Frog Choir, stuff like that. It'd be interesting to sit down with even those type of people. Or the one
do that and I'll go and do creative.
Well, you could. That's what I'm saying, though. You could have a tiered package again. You can either pay, it's like $150 to sit down with a member of creative or $65 to sit down with, someone from X Ride.
I'm amazed at how much I had to say on all of that and all the ideas I had.
You said you'd only written 3 things down for each
I never
one,
got a plumbing chance.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. I'll go next on this one. And my next idea is mega movie drive-in nights. So I'm thinking of this being like a series, it goes on for like a few weeks, maybe in the off seasons. And that is after the park closes, it's an upcharge, of course, to go in, and either they do classic movies or new movies. And I'm thinking of them putting up screens all over the entire park.
Okay.
And then you can just like hang out anywhere in your favorite areas of the park and watch a movie. They've got sound blasting all over the entire park, but also they can just cart in some of their classic cars because they have tons of them all over the place.
Oh yeah.
And set up like the drive-in movie. I'm thinking, the Scare Zone at Horror Nights. How quickly they can put that up and take that down.
Yes.
Also have some viewing areas where they've just got some cars set up. So first come, first serve. Get in there and sit in the car and maybe even have car hop service over by Mel's. That kind of thing would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
But yeah, just like different movies playing all throughout the year. I mean, through like I said, like classic movies, of course. I'm thinking Back to the Future, but Jaws, playing and actually having like, I don't know how long you can run one of those water.
Yeah, I was thinking that actually.
But yeah, having Jaws playing on one of those would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
But just like everywhere. So like, they just like a little projector in Sting Alley too. If you want to just sit in the alleyway and watch it there, just have like a little popcorn vendor over there too. You want to watch like an old-timey movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you want to, sit on the Hollywood streets and, watch it projected on the buildings there. Just like a ton of different viewing areas and opportunities, but everybody's, watching the same thing throughout the park.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with something similar to see if they could do something like a project on the London waterfront and put like the Harry Potter films on. So I was trying to come up with a film idea, but I couldn't. It didn't quite work for me. But no, I like that idea.
Mm.
Yeah. This one I'd hope they not charge a crazy amount over for it, but just like a little bit more than you would to pay to go see a movie. But just be able to go anywhere in the park, your favorite spot, and check that out.
Yeah.
And if they open up the DeLorean to sit in there, that'd be awesome. Or the train. Oh, that'd be so cool.
But it's them embracing their heritage again.
Yeah.
This is where we've come from. This is what we are.
Kind of a theme.
Yeah. But it is though, isn't it? It's like come and do the thing that put us on the map.
Yeah. Being proud of their
inside the park.
roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at not horror nights, but you could potentially do it during horror nights, but on non-horror nights, show those classic, Dracula and Wolfman and the Creature from the Black Lagoon and Frankenstein and those things. That would be cool.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And
they do that in Monsters Cafe, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool. But yeah. So yeah, that was the one I had for that one. So
I like that one.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would pay for the opportunity to sit and watch a classic film in their favourite movie-based theme park.
Yeah. All right. So, Lee, that leaves you for number 2.
Continuing my food themed, because this is all I could think of, and it's already kind of been mentioned. I love the immigration room at Men in Black.
Yeah.
And the rumour we heard that when it first opened, it was the team members' break room, which would have been awesome. But why not do a dinner in the immigration room? But I want it to start. I've put a set 3-course meal, but I want it to start in an hour before park close.
Right.
Now, it'd be awkward because you didn't get dickheads going around the outside sort of heckling and stuff.
And throwing things. And
But I want that experience of being
heckled.
part of the attraction. I have
do
to
that
put
for
up with
him.
that anyway. But being part of the attraction while the ride's still running.
It would have to be some really weird food.
Yes. Yeah, you could theme like alien food would be pretty cool.
You should make like approachable like gastropub kind of food would be cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go to one of those because I don't want to eat like weird stuff. But maybe if they just like made normal stuff look weird.
Yeah. They could go the Simpsons kind of route with it. They've tried to make the stuff from the films, but like from the TV series, but not make it too weird. It's kind of palatable weird.
Yeah.
But then once you've got that hour, so say the park shuts at 7, you get in there for 6, you have your food, and then whatever you want to charge, I've put $60 or $70. Gives you one ride on the ride as well. So you basically eat your food, everyone else is buggered off out the attraction, and then you get one ride on the ride with no money. And they could do that quite comfortably.
I was saying there's not much, crazy setup that they have to do.
No.
Because let's be honest, they use it anyway, because they use it for when we did the RIP tour at Halloween Horror Nights. We were down there for like our little break in the middle of the night. So it's not like they don't use it for stuff other than just being part of the ride.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I would love to have a meal down there. It's just cool being down there anyway.
Oh yeah.
Because you feel like you're part of. Well, I feel like I'm part of my favourite attraction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
Just food. Just give me food and charge me for it, and I'll do it.
All the servers have to be like agents too, of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Without a doubt.
But you could have the characters in. You could bring Frank the Pug out if you want, and do some like meet and greets to the side while people are milling around or whatever.
Yeah. Very cool.
It's an easy one.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we will be right back with our number 3s.
Mouse Muggle Travel Company, our services are completely free to you. We don't just do Universal. We can do Disney. We can actually do anything. I don't know if anybody knows that. We can do anything. We can book absolutely anything, and it's super easy. We have a website. Just go to mousemuggle.com, and we have a link there for a free quote request. You just fill it out. That email comes straight to me, and either Robin or I will handle it, or if we're a little bombarded, then we'll send you off to one of our expert agents. But we'll take good care of you. So reach out to us at any time.
Okay, and we are back with our number 3s, and we are going to start with Tracy.
That's why I was pulling the face. I was bracing myself.
Tracy knows my order system.
Yes.
Because it's the same as mine. Oh, right. Let me just agonize a second. Oh, no, I don't like that anymore. Right. I'm actually going to take what was my big one and downgrade it.
Okay.
Because I have just come up with a better
Big one.
Right. They're going to have to do some building for this.
Oh.
And it's something that we all want.
Building?
I mean, they're going to have to go out and resource a lot of things, but I want them to build a museum of props.
Yeah.
It's hardly an Upcharge event, but anyway.
I want a guided tour. Like a paid-for guided tour through a prop shop.
Well,
But
haven't they already
proper
got the
one.
prop warehouse? Couldn't they do that?
But I would pay for someone to have knowledge on each piece, and to get detailed information.
Curator for that and set it up.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have it there at the prop warehouse, like to make it authentic.
Yeah.
But like have it set up a little bit more so it's accessible.
Have you been in
like
there,
for a
Darren?
tour.
No,
Didn't do that as part of your VIP tour?
no.
I'm surprised.
But yes, they will have to go out and resource a lot of the things and get them back.
Yeah, for all the people who've bought them from Williams of
Yeah.
Hollywood. Excuse me, can I have that cow back?
I mean, in all fairness, right? This was one of the opening day things they used to do over there on the tram.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
take you around the park, showing you all these different props.
Yeah. But when you think about how much time's passed and how many more props they've gone through, and
They must still have a lot of the stuff out of T2 3D at this point.
Yeah. I was thinking Horror Nights too.
Yeah.
There's a huge section of that.
yeah. But I don't want it just to be a walk around thing with plaques. I want to
No,
have
you want to be
guided,
a guided tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
I
think-
would pay money for that. And maybe they have a lunch in the middle of it. I don't know. That'll keep Lee happy.
Yeah. I need lunch.
There's always food. I'll look at stuff, then feed me, and then I'll look at some more stuff.
Yeah.
That just
It
sounds
works
like a day at a theme park, doesn't it? It's like I look at some stuff, I go on some stuff, I eat, and then I go on some more stuff.
Sounds like a great day.
Yeah. And then I go home,
Any
wash, sleep, and do it
vacation
all again.
Yeah.
Nice. Good deal.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Of course, and I love props and that kind of thing too.
Yeah,
So,
especially the history. Just looking at the history of those parks, I think.
and it keeps them alive. It gives them a
Absolutely.
reason to keep them and keep them in good shape.
Yes.
I agree.
All for it. So, all right, I'll go next here, and it's my next one was Retro Nights at Universal Studios. It's kind of with Tracy a little bit, because I did want to bring in a lot of those old characters. I want Abbott and Costello, and I want the ones that used to have it when the park originally opened.
Also, Laurel and Hardy.
I'd love that.
Yeah. The Marx Brothers.
Yeah. Definitely, I want that. And another thing is, I would love to see the Ghostbusters street show happen.
Yes.
Because that's something that they can still do pretty easily. It's out on the street.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And bring Wayne Brady back.
Yeah, get Mike Aiello on it.
Yes. Oh god, it would be great if they came back for nights, and they would. I'm sure they would love to do that. I'm sure they do that at least once a year.
Yeah, I think they probably would.
Like having like retro music playing. I was thinking having some 90s bands play there, have like a music thing going there, but I just had a better idea, so scratch that, forget them.
Okay.
Instead, we're going over to the Fear Factor stage and we're bringing Bill and Ted back.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's all the Horror Nights fans in.
Yes. And we're gonna have them run a special show for the run of this, and I'm just thinking this is another like summer series or weekend series, something they can
I
do.
will throw money at that.
Yeah.
I'll throw any amount Universal.
And then if it's at all feasible, at least like heavily modified versions, I would love to see them take the Shrek Theater and turn that back into
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock.
Yeah.
And maybe, obviously they don't have everything that they used to have in there, but, if they could heavily modify the show, just at least for that nostalgia sake and, do what they can with what they have in there would be really cool, I think. And then if they could retrofit anything.
There we go.
Please, Simpsons, come on.
There we go. I thought it was weird that you went Hitchcock, and I was like, it doesn't sound like he's going to mention
Back to the Future. Yeah. Yeah. And any of the old street performances that they can do, they can bring back. I think they would love it. The team members that have been there for a long time would love to do that kind of thing.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, no, I think that would go down a storm, especially when, how hip is retro at the moment? That 80s, 90s nostalgia is massive.
The merchandise they could sell for that.
Well, you just keep the film vault open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Definitely. And that could tie in with everything else, bring out the retro props and
yeah.
Get some movies, 90s movies that happened that they were filming around the same time and, get
just the stuff from the past.
Yeah.
Jaws, put some Hitchcock stuff on.
Exactly.
Hanna-Barbera cartoons. You can put Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, just take one of the sound stages there and set up an exhibit for that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So cool.
See, I wish I know they did it for when Islands of Adventure opened. They had that, it was like a Blue Sky cellar type thing, didn't it? They had I don't know, did either of you two go to that? They had I don't know how to describe it, but they basically had a walkthrough exhibit of everything, as an advertisement of what Islands of Adventure was going to be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did you go through it, Chris?
Yeah. Yeah. They gave you a passport and you would, you'd walk to each of these little kind of small booths and you'd stamp your passport so you would learn about that area.
So I wish they did more of that. I wish they embraced the new attractions coming to the park. Disney do it a little bit in Orlando. You look, you can go in and see the model of Galaxy's Edge. Universal, we talked about it last week with Alicia, that they don't even tell you what's coming until a week before it opens. And I wish they'd embrace it a bit more and really get the fans
hype,
in. Of course it does.
Yeah. I mean, look at the one of the recent additions, which was Toy Story Land, and they documented the hell out of that.
Yeah. Yet Universal don't really, and yet people are clamoring for it.
Yeah.
But no, I'll be up for a retro night. I think it'd be cool because you could do different ones. You could do an 80s night or a 90s night.
Would you be allowed to dress up for it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I've totally forgot one of the other great ideas here is one of those sound stages is going to be totally redone, and it is going to be adult Nickelodeon Double Dare.
Yes.
So so they just pick random people from the crowd to do it for the night, and everybody else can watch in the audience. Oh man,
that would be cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that is my number 3.
And you still got people working at the parks who were part of Nickelodeon as well, because I do believe that's where Mike met his wife, Summer.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
That'd be fun getting that back together with those two.
Yeah. Just like they used to, wearing the headsets and, acting like you were backstage. Oh, it'll be so much fun. And acting like your kids when, like, all right, kids, let's go.
That would actually be fun.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Lee, you're number 3.
This was my favorite, and I think they should do this, and it goes to something that they used to do before. But I want a character breakfast at Confisco Grill again.
Yeah.
But I want it to represent Islands of Adventure. So whereas when we did it, it was like Spider-Man, and I think there was Cat in the Hat and Thing 1 and Thing 2. Was there anybody else? I don't think so.
I don't think so, no.
I think the characters that should be part of this breakfast should represent each island in Islands of Adventure. So you could have a citizen, a port of entry.
Yep.
You could have a Marvel character, and you could change it out every week or every time to a different one. Obviously, let people know which character is going to be there on which day, because you don't want a kid going, I want to meet Spider-Man, and then turn up as Captain America.
Yeah.
Some Toon Lagoon, you could have Dudley Do-Right, you could have Popeye and olive oil. Jurassic Park, you could have one of the raptor wranglers, which I think would be quite cool, or one of the guys that works in the hatchery in the Discovery Centre.
Oh, yeah.
From Hogsmeade, you could have either a Wand Keeper or the Hogwarts Express conductor, because that would be brilliant. I thought from the Lost Continent, you could bring out Sindbad, sorry.
Yeah.
A Princess Amora or Kebab. He could be interesting. Or even get Taylor, the guide from Poseidon's Fury.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, yeah.
And he could be different because you could have either one of the male ones or a female one just to change it up. And then just take your pick from Zeus Landing. And what I like about the idea, for the most part, is the face characters.
Yes.
So as an adult, you can go and still have a conversation with those characters rather than it being that sort of awkward miming thing that goes on.
Yeah.
And it's again embracing what Islands of Adventure is, because I don't think they do much anymore. It's lost its identity a little bit, and I think you'd get a lot of people coming for a one-to-one experience with a character from each land. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you go, we'll meet the Hogwarts Express conductor and have a bit more time with him, and it just really embraces what Islands of Adventure is. And I think you could, I mean, the one when we did it, not only was the character interaction great, but the food was phenomenal.
Oh, it really was.
Usually these character breakfasts are the food's a bit but it was...
The Marvel dining one was kind of meh.
Yeah. The food in there was phenomenal.
Yeah. I think what I liked about the food in that one for me was because it was buffet style. I could get what I liked. Whereas when we did the
superstar
one,
character breakfast,
you basically were given a plate, and I was
there was like 3 different options.
Yeah,
wasn't
but
it?
there was stuff on each one that I don't eat.
Yeah.
So
it was that Texas style French toast was amazing.
Yes. Is that with apple butter?
Oh, they did like a strawberry compote thing on the top. It was
lovely.
So that's that was actually I've saved that one for last because that was the one that I thought for me was the one I'd probably want to do the most out of all of them.
Well, we got one more, right?
I have got another one more.
Yes.
Okay. Like saving it for last, but okay.
But this one was the one I wanted to do the most out of my ones that they could quite comfortably do now.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alrighty. All right, Chris.
So going along the food route, so Lee will probably be happy about that.
Of course.
I'm a big fan of food festivals and food and drink festivals. So this one's pretty simple to do, a Universal Food and Drink Festival.
Yes, please. I am here.
And, if SeaWorld can do it, we can do it.
Yeah.
And, you'd have very similar concept to all the other festivals that go on. You have, either a passport or something along those lines, and it shows you where all the booths are. Only difference I'd like to see, right? It doesn't have to be like a super serious food festival, like, for example, the one in Epcot that's themed up the different countries and, the specific dishes to them. You can still have some cool dishes over here on this one, but depending on where you are in the park, the food is themed out to like that section.
Yeah.
And it could be like playful, funny, like, if you're in the Jurassic Park area, you would have like, chicken raptors.
I like it.
And you can have like, desserts and all that different kind of stuff going on there. And, it's you can do it during the off seasons in Universal, like now. And it'd be a good time, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
you could
cool.
do like
They need to do it. Literally everybody else does it.
Yeah.
I know.
You think
They're
how
the
many
only ones.
You think how many signature alcoholic drinks they got now. You could just do like for those people who aren't massive drinkers, you do like a mini flight of Duffs or the Wizarding Brews or even something like the weird drinks in Diagon Alley and stuff like that. What's the one I was going to try, but I didn't? Fishy Green Ale. A lot of people won't necessarily try a whole one because they're not sure. But you could do like a mini flight of butter beers. People would do it. It would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet, to be honest. So that's my one of my dreams. I hope they do that.
That'd be great.
I love food festivals.
Yes.
Yeah. And it just gives you something else to promote, like you say, the off season, something else to promote. Come on down, we'll now see the Universal Food Festival, the Film and Food Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It doesn't just have to be in the parks. You've also got like Volcano Bay could be taking part. You've got City Walk could be taking part as well.
Yeah.
And the hotels. Get people travelling around. People might go into a hotel and go, do you know what? I want to stay here.
Do you know what? That's a brilliant idea. Especially like Chris said, if you've got a passport, then you know where you can go to. On the passport, there's some stuff over at Cabana Bay. Let's go and have a wander over Cabana Bay. We'd never stay there, but we'll have a look. Actually, do you know what? It's quite nice over here.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, that's a great idea.
I'm packing my bags already for that one.
Yep. Very cool. Yeah. Okay. So for our number 4s, we kind of went crazy. This is our like whatever, anything goes, whatever you want to do. Totally not feasible, right? Could be not feasible.
This could be interesting.
Yeah. So I decided to start this, and I was kind of inspired by an event that happens here in Tampa every year, and kind of by Chris, because I think he'll be the first one in line for this one. We have a thing every year called Gasparilla. It's like a pirate invasion where the pirates come and take over. And everybody gets out on their own personal boats and like meets with the pirate boat or whatever. So, but it's like a huge party out on the water. So I was thinking of those kind of parties, like those boat parties, like Lake Tahoe, and where people just get out on boats and they like link up together, and you just go from boat to boat and party or whatever.
Yeah.
We have this huge lagoon over at Islands of Adventure that we never use for anything.
My God. Yeah.
So I'm thinking load that thing up with boats.
Yeah.
And you could have them themed out to the different areas too. So you got your Jurassic Park Discovery boat, and have that go with Jurassic World. So you've got like your kind of high-end yachts there. So like some really cool, especially like one like really nice high-end yachts they have there. You have like really crazy theme boats for Dr. Seuss, more family theme ones, for the lagoon area there.
Oh, so you theme your Wizarding World one to the Durmstrang boat.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Toon Lagoon, Ship the Olive.
Like all these different things, but the main part of it being that like, and just like have like regular boats, pontoons and things going from one to one. And then have characters riding around on jet skis through there.
Fabulous.
Like Marvel superheroes and that kind of thing. I think that would be pretty fun since they do the Candiums.
Sign me up, man.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Yeah, this is inspired by Chris's Instagram mainly. But I just think that it's just a huge thing that they never use. I know it's logistically safety issues, tons of them, tons of problems there. The water's not safe. If they could like totally clean that thing out and make it so you could actually swim around in there, that would be even better.
Or kayak around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you got to get from boat to boat. So personal vehicle vessel in between all of that, but just have it loaded up with vehicles and have a little floating stage going there with some like a DJ, or even have like performances going and stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
It would be awesome.
I like that.
Like I love, like you said, Darren, that lagoon doesn't get used anymore. Well, it doesn't get used at all anymore, and it's such a shame.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also this is like just during the day, during regular operating hours, because this is it's got to be a daytime party. You can also have it go on through the night as well, but I just like to see like the whole coaster still going over there on the side while this is all happening. It'd be really cool.
Yeah.
How much you charging?
A whole lot.
Yeah.
If you're renting out, you have to rent out a boat, I guess, in theory. So yeah, I'm saying probably like starting at $1,000.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
When you think about how much Disney charge for is it the Grand One that they have, that they could go out for the it's not Wishes anymore, but they used to you could do the Wishes dessert party out on the Grand One, and it was like a ridiculously expensive yacht.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, well it would depend too on which boat you wanted to be on, because if you want to be on one of those Jurassic World high-end ones, then you're gonna be paying a lot more. But
no, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I like it.
So it gives a bit more of an edge to the lagoon during the day, like you're saying. It's advertising itself, because people going around the parks like, what's going on over there then?
Yeah.
First yacht week.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That'd be a lot of fun. All right. So, Lee, you are next.
Continuing my food theme, this was inspired by something that Disney did probably about 10 years ago now. I think it was called Tables in Wonderland or something.
Oh, right, yes.
I know they do a Tables in Wonderland card. This was something else. And they did a dining experience inside the Great Movie Ride. So what I wanted to do, and this is actually, for all this was supposed to be our big dream one, I wanted to keep it relatively feasible, and this is something they could kind of do.
Okay.
It's basically a 3-course meal inside the Forbidden Journey queue.
Ooh.
So you would enter the queue, walk through, and get to Dumbledore's room. Now, they would have to take the switchback barriers out. It would be very, very limited people, just judging by. I had a quick look through a YouTube video yesterday to try and see the size of the rooms I was thinking about putting in, and that Dumbledore room's quite small, so you could maybe limit it to maybe 20 or 30 people.
Okay.
So in Dumbledore's room is where you have your starters.
Yeah.
Then once you have your starters, you can watch, have that Musion show playing all the time, and it piss you off after about 15 minutes of seeing the same 2 things over and over again. But then you move on to the Defense Against the Dark Arts room, and that's where you have your main course.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just thinking about the logistics of that now, that during the snowstorm, you might end up with some snow in your food.
Yeah.
Or Snope, because I'm sure that's what it is.
Snopey food.
Have that replaced with Parmesan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect. And then move on for your desserts in the Gryffindor common room.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at trying to figure out if there was a way you could have had part of it in the portrait room. You know, the one you go through in the castle tour line, not it's
very narrow,
really small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think people would pay a fortune for it. I think you could quite comfortably charge $100 at least.
Yeah.
And then give access, like I did with the Men in Black one. Let everyone have one ride on the ride as well. But do that after hours. I think it would be cool to sit in the Gryffindor common room and have your little chocolate dessert or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's
I think
again.
when you're I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was saying I think when you're talking about Potter fans, you can just kind of price it out. However, like Star Wars fans,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They'll pay whatever.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, $100 is really low.
That's
for that.
really feasible for that.
And
Yeah.
The thing is, though, they don't upcharge anything in the Wizarding World. I can't think of anything.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about a three-course meal along with all that, and then you have your dessert sponsored by Blizzard by Dairy Queen, so everybody gets a Blizzard at the end, so that way you can still bring it on the ride. It flips upside down. It doesn't fall out. It's perfect.
But I remember listening to, I think it was the Diz Unplugged at the time when they did that one in the Great Movie Ride, and I just thought, imagine having a 3 or 4 course meal. And the Great Movie Ride was actually a phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's like you, Darren, kind of them telling you that it's $250 and you get to have a 3-course meal in the Haunted Mansion. You'd be like, there's my money now.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yep.
That'd be
It's already
cool.
gone. Yep.
It would be awesome.
And they've done that. Yeah, I've seen that they've done things like that before too. So
Awesome.
It would be really cool.
very, very cool. All right, Chris, you are next.
All right. So mine is kind of like there's 3 parts to it. Like it all kind of comes together. So you'd buy a ticket to do all these things. So I'll just kind of go through it. It is during Horror Nights.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So it starts off, and this can start off like before Halloween Horror Nights starts. So let's say it's like a 6:30 start. Maybe you're starting this like at 5, right? And you would have something we've talked about before, but a horror makeup show tutorial type thing, but going over actual, makeup that they're putting on people for Horror Nights, right?
Yeah.
So you're seeing them do it, live actors, all that fun stuff. Now, there's something else that goes on here, but I'll come right back to it, right? So next thing you do is you would have, now they have like the scare actor dining that occurs already. But instead, you'd be having a dining experience with the Universal Creative that goes and puts into Horror Nights.
Yep.
So you can kind of geek out with them and pick their brains, do all that kind of stuff. They can have some characters there, but this is more for, sitting down with creative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, going back to the last part of this, I have to go back to the first, where when you're doing that horror makeup tutorial thing, you're also getting your makeup done.
Okay.
Cool.
After your dinner, you get to spend some time in a designated scare zone being a scare actor.
That would be awesome.
Yes, please.
Well, Tim Tracker got to do it for Nout.
Yes. So it's not completely unfeasible.
No.
But it would be such a cool experience.
Definitely doable.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. That would be awesome.
That is cool.
And they could charge a fortune for that because people, and that's the thing, not only they'd be getting
free labor.
No, it's not even free labor, that they're paying you to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to be a scare actor that badly. I'm going to pay you to let me have to be one.
I've always said, years I've been saying, I'd love just one season to just be a volunteer scare actor. I just love to do this. And then now I'm to the point where I'll pay you so I can do your job.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think people
I don't have the time to do it every single night. And I don't know if I want to do it for 8 hours straight. So yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. Take out the dining. It's just the scare actor experience.
Yeah. You're talking what, say, an hour sit down with the creative.
Yeah.
A half an hour sort your makeup
Teach
out.
you how to scare.
Yeah. And then an hour in a scare zone.
Yep.
So 2.5, 3 hour experience. You could quite easily charge 150, 200 for that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a couple $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily. And people would pay it. Because
Yeah.
you say, those people that go, I really want to scare act, but I can't commit to, 30, 35 nights of 4 o'clock starts and 3 o'clock finishes.
Yeah.
It has something for everybody in there. Even to me, one of the other interesting things was the sitting down with Universal Creative and just having a meal with them and talking. Talking. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, and then being in makeup for Horror Nights themed out to whatever it is that scare zone is.
Yeah.
So good.
And pop in an express pass so you can get cleaned up real quick afterwards and still hit all the houses. And
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you could add another 25, 30 bucks on for that.
Or an RIP tour for the rest of it or whatever. Yeah. Boom.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny how they don't really upcharge Halloween Horror Nights much either, really. You've got the Scare Actor dying and the RIP tours, the Unmasking the Horror, and that's really it.
It's cost enough as it is.
Yeah, but then that was a one and done, and I don't know.
Merch.
Yeah.
No, I mean, as far as additional extras, they don't, and they could if they wanted to. They keep the houses open an hour after park close, or open them an hour earlier and charge people to get in an hour early.
The other parks with Halloween events have all done a lot of interesting things that Universal hasn't done yet, as far as upcharges to Halloween events.
Yeah. Especially when you look at how busy last year was. If they say, look, we'll give you access to 3 houses an hour before everybody else and charge you $75, people would pay it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I would opt to be a scare actor in a house too. That would be so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Learn how to do a trigger and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could get a whole shift out of us.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think that is a really good ad. I would do that. And it's one of those things that even people like us coming over for a holiday, you could do as well.
Yeah.
It's not just limited to people who happen to live in the area or whatever. It's something that is accessible to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's scaring me in British accents.
Oh, boo.
Poor.
If Tim Tracker could scare people, anybody could. That guy's like the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, it never got too well. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry there.
Whee!
Okay. Story.
Yeah. All right, Tracy, take us home.
I have one word for you. Sleepover.
Oh, where?
Well,
SeaWorld have done that before. Why can't Universal?
you're going to need...
Oh, my God.
You're going to need a nice open space.
SeaWorld sleep with the fishes. Okay.
They could obviously not something to do every night because cleanup crew have to go in. So it could be different areas.
Nocturne Alley.
Right? But what I'm thinking of them doing is they have cabanas that have got nice big heavy obviously weatherproof
Mosquito net.
mosquito nets and like your draperies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You've just got these lovely cabanas to sleep in. Just like camping out, but it's glamping,
No,
as we
just
call it
camp
over
out.
here.
Just give me a sleeping bag.
Right,
Give me
well, you could-
Nocturne Alley and I'm done.
Oh, well, there you go. There's your levels. You can have the people who just want to sleep on the floor like homeless, or the people like me that want to be comfortable and be able to actually get up the next morning without aching. And I just, basically, okay, you can't get into the rides or anything like that because they're not running, but maybe they could have some running for so long.
Yeah, if it was
You
like
know,
an
and-
after park thing, you could keep,
Yeah.
say you did it in Diagon Alley, you keep Gringotts
You actually
open
can
for-
camp in ET.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, in the forest. Oh, that would be
Yeah.
awesome.
That is what I would want to do that more than any of the other ones.
Yeah.
And it would be air conditioned.
But you've got
On
the
top
run
of
of the you got the run of the park, so it's not like it's bedtime. You have to get into that bed and you stay in this area.
Yeah.
You got, you've virtually got the run of the park. Obviously, they may, for idiots, they may have to put extra barriers up around lagoons.
That's what it comes to is that.
Idiots.
Yeah.
Or another idea is, you have they're all facades anyway, but you have all the apartments in Port of Entry. Wouldn't it be cool if you could actually stay
Oh, yeah.
in Port of Entry and be a resident?
I want to
for
sleep in
a
the
night?
lighthouse.
Yeah,
It's just a chair up there.
yeah.
That'll do.
So yes, I just want to sleepover.
No, that would be cool.
Cool.
You
The
know,
old
and
New
just-
York area. Like, those were all actually buildings.
Yeah.
If they all had apartments in there. Oh, so cool.
And seriously, what sort of money could they charge for that?
Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
Less amounts.
it's we wouldn't be able to afford that one.
No.
Yeah. Even if they could, like, just, retrofit a couple of, apartments in there and give them away like Disney does with the castle one. So cool.
You've got the Gardens of Valor
I
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
even know
there you
what's
go.
in there now.
offices.
I think, isn't it the preview centre now?
But show movie.
Yeah, kind of linking in with Darren's idea.
Yeah, or have it like with just put like a big screen like at Mel's, a driving movie.
Yeah.
Have a barbecue.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
always a dream.
everybody. So it's not just people like when you go camping and stuff like that. People stick to their own little square footage. Make it so it's a party, so people mingle and so it's like a tailgate, I guess.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
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 So I want a sleepover.
No, I think that would be. I think people would pay a fortune to sleep inside the parks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's like an ultimate dream. Like when you're a kid, that's like the first thing I thought of when I was a kid going into all the theme parks is like, oh, can you imagine staying here and
Yeah.
after everybody's gone and walking around? Oh, it's just the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I'm glad I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
of that one 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. I think we came up with some pretty good
We
ideas.
did.
I think.
I think we did.
Like some that obviously they could do would be a bit awkward, and then others that's like, really, why aren't you doing that?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't think we really came up with anything that wasn't actionable.
No,
Really.
not really.
Like all things they could do. Yeah.
Yeah. On some level.
Nothing that's completely out the realms of possibility.
We didn't ask for flying cars and things like that.
True.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's part of my Back to the Future. days.
that's where I was headed.
I don't want to go too obvious and throw that in there, but
I did expect.
Oh, there's your cable cars?
yeah.
I did expect Chris to go something in Volcano Bay. Mind, Chris, you've let me down a little bit.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of I messed up on that because somebody mentioned Volcano Bay. I'm like, damn it. I could have done something over there.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about Volcano Bay.
Ultimate tiki party with Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't start me up, please.
Yeah.
Like just Volcano Bay at night. Like why they still haven't really done
know.
it. Chris, does
Do a
that
sleepover there.
does it
Yeah.
stay open past dark?
Yes. At
How-
least when last time I went, it's been a little while since I've been there, but it would stay open. I think it was staying open till 8:00 at night around there. I mean, not too dark, but
How dark's not too dark?
So I want to say depends on if it was before or after the time change, because it could get pretty dark by 6
Right.
sometimes. So I mean, I remember one night that we were there and we left. It was actually dark. And it was really cool because we stayed there till the last minute because we were taking a bunch of pictures in front of the volcano, and they were amazing pictures because they had all these really cool like lights on.
Yeah.
So it just led itself to be like very photogenic. So yes, I can vouch that time we were there, it was already dark. No
It'd
sun
be
was
cool
out.
if they just sort of had like tiki torches running along the lazy river and just floating along the lazy river at like 10 o'clock at night with a drink, and it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool because then you can even see it too from the Cabana Bay towers.
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Very cool.
Because didn't Disney
that.
did one last year, didn't they? Some sort of nighttime event in, I want to say it was the one we haven't been in.
Typhoon.
Yes.
Yeah, they did that. They're still doing it, I think.
So it's
Cool.
not like it's beyond the realms of possibility.
No?
And Disney are the most cautious company in the world, so if they're prepared to do it, then cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give me them all. Yes.
definitely. All right, and for Lee, Tracy, Chris, and me, and the creative team for Universal, this has been the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
Cut, print. That's a wrap for another episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Never miss a show by subscribing on Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review while you're there. Not an Apple user? You can listen on Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, or your podcatcher of choice. Email us any questions or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. Keep up with the latest news, rumors, and updates on our blog at uuopodcast.com. Thanks for listening. See you next week.